aspiring to do a new video every day. So the video that I came up with today, I don't really know what to do, to be honest with you. I'm like, what can I talk about today? And then my roommate hit me up with a text, and she wanted to know what to put on her business cards. And this is a topic that comes up for me, I'd say, a good amount. So what I did here is I'm showing, this is actually just my Facebook, right? So I'm showing Facebook here, and within seeing Facebook, you can see all kind of the different versions of, and I've got the bling on today. Yeah. That's aluminum. I know what you're thinking. You like it. You want one. Next year Summit. Go to Summit. Get your bling. I figure I got it. I got to use it. Anywho, you can see here on Facebook, if you look under this album, and this album is simply enough called Business Cards, which makes a lot of intuitive sense. Like how my business cards have kind of evolved over time. I do have a separate website. If you go to coachtoolbag.com, and down here towards the bottom right, there's one called Coach Templates, and these are actually templates that you can download. And when you download those, it's pretty simple to just take those templates, and you take the templates. This is what we got here. There's actually several different templates on here. I've got business cards, several different styles. I've got small labels that you can put on little Shakeology envelopes, and big labels that you can use for DVDs. And the really easy way to do that is once you get this template file open here, I just go to Word, Preferences. Under Preferences here, I go for User Information. That's not right. I go to File Properties, maybe. File Properties. That's what you do. And then you go to Custom. And on the File Properties Custom tab here, you see I've got all these different values. So all I have to do is edit these individual values, hit return when you save it, and then when you come back to your screen here, I think it's something like Command A will update all, and so it updates all the names. So that's a real easy way for you to make your first version of business cards. And that's actually pretty similar to what you see here, right? The first business cards that I had were pretty simple. And those are the same ones that you would get if you go to the Coach back office. But over time, it's like you get better pictures, right? And you want to get that message out. And this is one of the great ways to tell your story. Heck, if you've got great before and after pictures, then you want to show them. So one of my first cards just kind of showed here, like the abs or whatever, kind of something that was good, and got the general information out and kind of like a quote in the middle. And then I kind of took the same card and like made it simpler, but maybe more vivid pictures. So there's been just a lot of different revolutions here. I had a favorite picture that was black, so I went to a black card for a while. Wasn't really super happy with that. Jude Voles made a different card for me. Wow, look at that. I was only 3-star. How cute. Just kidding. There's no small ranks, only small egos. Oh, I just made that up. Another picture from Hawaii that I liked and was proud of. But really, the thing that I keep coming back to is like this white design. So this is actually the latest card that I have. See, latest card. And that's cool, right? I feel that's cool. I edit this with a Paint Shop, so I can show you how that looks too here in a second. And it's really just a file that I download. I believe it's from overnightprints.com, and it'll set up the whole outline of the file for you and show you what's going on there and how to do that. But really what I want to talk about today, and this is the question that I was asked, is what do I put on the back of my business card? And so this is something I've obviously struggled with as well. But this here, what you see on the screen, there I guess, is what I've come up with. And why do you do that? Well, because it gives you the bling. No, I'm just kidding. I wear this around all day. To get Jason to wear a shirt, not easy. Get him to wear the medal, easy deal. So I'm typically walk around no shirt and medals. Just medals everywhere. I look like an Olympian. Just kidding. But that's what I have on the back of my business card, right? So this is the business card. If you've seen me at Summit, I'm sure I gave you like 10 of these. Here, pass them out to your friends. But the back of the business card here, I've got all these different logos. And we're always adding new programs, right? So it'd be easy to keep updating this with new logos. But what happens is I meet somebody, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? We talk to them a little bit, and they're like, hey, have you ever seen P90X? They're like, yeah, it seems really cool. I'm like, well, do you feel comfortable doing an hour of cardio and, maybe 20 push-ups and, probably at least 3 to 6 pull-ups? No? Oh, well, how about just a half an hour cardio? They're like, yeah, you can handle that, right? And you could work your way up to maybe 6 pull-ups. So in that case, what I would say is, well, maybe a better solution for you than P90X would be Power 90. So I'll take the business card and I circle Power 90. And then I ask them a little bit about their nutrition, right? And if they say, yeah, my nutrition kind of sucks and whatever else, then I'll say, well, you know what? You should also try the Shakeology. And so I'll circle Shakeology. And then right there on the middle of the card, and this is something that if you look at from Coach Toolbag, if you look at coachingcodes.com, I have this whole section over here most people don't know about, never ask about. But if you click on my picture, it updates the whole page with my information. It says puckhead.org is the domain name and domain extension. So now when you go look at any of these different things, right, it gives you the short domain name. Now, why do I like those? Because if I want somebody to shop my shopping cart, I don't want to tell them http www.teambeachbody.com/shop/dash/shopping referring rep ID. Make sure those capitals are capitalized because sometimes it doesn't work. Equals 2193. Or I could just tell them shop.puckhead.org. So in this case, what I really wanted to sell this gentleman was the Shakeology and the Power 90. So I could give him either of those links, but I know Power 90 is shorter because I've done this before. So I would go down here to Power 90 area. If you didn't know what the link was, I'm having trouble finding it. Okay, so I have it listed as power90.puckhead.org. Now this is a moment of stress here. If I push that link, where are we going to go to? And as you can see here, as I write very quickly and probably not very neatly, when I click on that link, it automatically takes the customer directly where they have to go in the back office to purchase Power 90. Now all that they have to do, and I should make it, well, I'm actually logged in right now. So if I try to add this to cart, it's not going to work the right way. Let me go ahead and log out. So I'll just go to Wowie. It's teambeachbody.com, but it's also Wowie. So I log in. Hi, Christy. So now I log out. And now that I'm logged out here, I'm going to refresh this page. And it's still not working. So let's go back to coaching codes. Just want to press that same link again. Now that I've logged out, it should say welcome guest right there, welcome guest. So now it doesn't know who I am. It doesn't know that I'm Puckhead or whatever. So now I add this product to cart, and this is how your friend would be signing in. Now that I've added that product to cart, I should see over here that product to cart, also a different thing that I had logged in there before. Now I check out. The first thing it's going to ask me is, hey, you're not a customer or have an account yet, so you have to create an account, which is fine and dandy. But what's important to us is we want to see our username down here. And that's what comes from using coaching codes and the short subdomain links. So now I have everything that I want to give this individual. I've told them about Power 90. I've told them about Shakeology, and I can write my link on the back of there, which is really going to be hard to read. But it says power90.puckhead.org. The cool thing is I can do this at Summit. I can do this at the bus stop. Not that I spend a lot of time at bus stops, but I can do this anywhere. And so when my roommate today asked me, what should I put on the back of your card? Like, I would do this. And what do I call that? I call that a prescription for fitness. We're not all certified trainers, but can you prescribe to your friends what you would have them do if they wanted to take fitness on their life? And I would say, yes, you can. There goes the business card. Anyway, so the way that I do that is I've gotten good-ish over time with, I want to see my picture, with Photoshop. I think this is Photoshop. What is it? Paint Shop, Adobe Photoshop CS5 is what I use. So it's an expensive program, but there's ways to get it. And so I just put all the different logos in. In fact, when you're using Photoshop here, I can actually take each of these individual logos and turn them on and off and move stuff around. So that makes it easy. But really all you need is probably just the JPEG file for that, and that's something you can send to overnightprints.com. So if that's something you're interested in, drop me a line. It may just honestly be able to use the picture on Facebook. I don't know. This might be high enough quality. And if that is, by all means, just take that image, save image as to your download folder, if that works for you. Send that into overnightprints.com. Come up with your cool front page that you like. Whoa, I don't know what I just did. Come up with the cool front page picture that you like, and obviously I've been through several changes on that, so I'm sure you will too. But if you like that background, use that, and that's something that works for me. That kind of ties into coaching codes and the short subdomains, which is probably a topic for another video that we're working on trying to automate that for you as well. But keep tuning in and get your name out there. The other cool thing about these cards, I just handed that guy that card over there that I dropped on the floor. But what else I'm going to do is I'm going to take the next card, and I'm going, now that one's blank, and I'm going to write his information down on it now. And that's the trick. Now that I have his information, I know that I'll follow up. The chances of him follow up, 1 in 100, 1 in 200, we don't know. But the chances of me following up with him now that I have his information on the second card are really good. So, yeah, when I order these cards, man, I order them like by the tens of thousands or something. And they're really cheap. Comparatively, if you're just ordering one box, if you get several boxes. But that's how I do it. That's what works for me. And, puck tips coming to you live. Thanks for listening, folks.